2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game missing. It's the young.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Very solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Tighten up. Shoot, watch the shoot. 25.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. 20.
On second down, it's Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
21. 12, fellas, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 5. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown run. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman. Able to get a hand in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Travis Kelce. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Past the 20, 10, 5, And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you reherse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Coleman, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! 21, 21. Here we go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
11, 11.
Watch the twitch. Watch the
11, 11, 11, 11. Hey, gun, gun. Lock, lock, lock.
They run forward with Breida, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On first down, Mahomes. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check tight out. Check tight.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 9, check 9.
I got you.
Tight dog.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Here we go, here we go.
Watch the slant.
Hey, gun.
Kill. Shoot. Check 50.
Black.
Check 3. Watch twist.
What?
On third down, a run from Breida. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Check 24. Check 13. 13. 11. Topper.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 94 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
51's the mark. 51's the mark. Pick up the ball.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. We're back now in KC. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second down and goal. Mahomes under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Quan Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quan Alexander, his 2nd sack of the night.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They will run again with Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
57 color. Back.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McCoy. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.